worries. So you've been out there for 300 odd days?
305 days.
No worries. And you actually sort of started getting some serious seasickness. Yeah. Is that just as you rounded the Cape, or?
As we entered the Southern Ocean.
Okay.
From the South Atlantic onwards, it was rougher weather. It was bigger waves. It was more motion, and we went faster. We weren't as becalmed as we were, so I had less rest periods in between, and it was just a lot.
So you were seasick for the whole time?
On and off, yeah. Sometimes when the boat went slower, I was feeling better and I could do things, but it wasn't fun.
Had you been seasick before, or?
No, not
to that level.
Not to that level, and I've never stayed on a boat long enough to get seasick. And in the beginning of the trip, I got a little bit seasick, but that was just for a week, and then I recovered.
Yeah.
And but of course we had a lot of calms, and we had a lot of slow sailing at that time too. So by the time we entered into the Southern Ocean, it was like a different ball game.
So what's your plans from here? Back home, New York?
Yes, go back to New York, find a literary agent or a publishing company who'd like to tell my story.
Cool.
And what about Reed? He's going to carry on trying to take Jon's record?
Yeah, but it's not so much of Jon's record. Jon's record is triple circumnavigation around the world, which he did in 657 days. Reed's record is to stay out at sea, non-stop for 1,000 days. This doesn't necessarily mean a circumnavigation.
No.
He just wants to stay out at sea for 1,000 days, and that's longer than the 657 current.
Has there been any consideration to picking up someone else to continue with him, or?
No, I don't think he wants anyone else.
Yeah.
How is he at the moment? Is he nice and fit? Is he keen to carry on for the extra 600 odd days?
He feels that he can do another 700 days, and he's ready to take it on. And it was a blow for him to have me leave and to then suddenly face solitude after thinking that he would have someone with him. But after you get over that, he's very intent on doing 1,000 days. He said he's going to do it for 20 years now, and he's not backing down.
Following your website, since there's been a bit of damage to the mainsail recently.
Yes.
How is the mainsail at the moment? Is he be able to repair it adequately enough?
Well, he plans to do as much repairing to it as he can. Right. He's got the spare mainsail up, and that's doing the job, and it's a little bit of a heavier duty material, and hopefully it'll last as long as it would go, and maybe longer than the other one would. But he does plan on doing repairs to the new, though blown out mainsail.
Cool. There was a bit of a issue when you first started out of New York, didn't you? There was a collision with a ship there at one stage. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened there?
It was day 15. We were barely 2 weeks out of New York, and it was the beginning of the voyage, and for most people 15 days at sea is already a long time. But for us it was just the beginning, and Reed was on watch and I was sleeping, and all of a sudden I hear this huge bang, and I wake up, and Reed's coming down, and he says, "We've just been hit by a freighter. I'm gonna go check out the damage." And he's off, and still like, what? A freighter? I mean, I heard this loud noise and my heart was beating, but I didn't know exactly what was happening. So I went up above deck, and I saw the freighter there. It was a very nerve-wracking experience, and there was luckily no damage to the hull, just our bowsprit, the steel fitting at the bow of the boat was bent totally out of shape, and there was a possibility at that point that maybe we'd have to turn back. But Reed looked at it, thought about it, and he said, "No, I think we could go on, but I have to fix this stuff first." And so he's managed to do some, odd repairs that nobody usually does, kind of thing, and he got float sailing again, and it's good.
No worries. Oh, well, thank you for your time here, Soayna. Welcome to Australia. Okay, we have Jon Sanders here, world-renowned yachtsman. Today, John, you went out there and took Soayna off the off the Anne.
Off the Schooner Anne.
Off the Schooner Anne. How was Reed today?
He looked fine. He was very impressed.
Looking very fit, healthy,
yeah,
or
very keen, athletic, very keen, enthusiastic to keep going.
yeah. Now, you probably know more than anyone the hassles and the hardships of sailing around the world solo and spending the next 600 days by yourself. Do you think you can do it with that sort of schooner?
Yeah, I think the boat, by the look of it, would stay in one piece. It won't break any records. But I couldn't see anything that it wouldn't. It has some major damage to his sails. I don't know how many sails he's got extra. He's got a lot of patience.
How do you feel about your record dropping at last?
Mine? Well, it's only some of them.
Well, it's your big one. You still got the triple, but you lost the solo days.
Well, he hasn't. He's got to start from the solo days from scratch.
Yeah, he's got. So. If he goes from today though, he'll hit 680. Which what do you 6? You didn't count him.
678 or something.
Okay, so yeah, there's a possibility you could take your record out. No,
do it, I think.
That's it for me.
Yeah, no, thanks, Johnny.